očím, že se vracíš domů. Chlapotko, klíží očím, že se vracíš domů. Čekám, já tu čekám, chodí se ma tam po starý nádraží. Čekám, ještě čekám, ako první, mě zas pěkně domů přiváží. Že se vracíš ke mně a potko odkruží očí. Já tu čekám, chodí se ma tam po starý nádraží. Čekám, čekám s kravatou a v saku. Dřív jsem sám dělal chyby, teď mi tvá láska chybí. To poznáš, až mi stoupíš ve tlaku. Já tu čekám, chodí se ma tam po starým nádraží. Čekám,
Povedia nám také. Ľudia, nemôžete, keď už my ste sa dohodli s pani...
Dobro ráno a sme veľmi radi, že sa tu všetci stretávame pri Dobrovlaku. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very glad to say you big hello and good morning. Good morning by our Dobro train. Teraz dám slovo pánu inžinierovi.
Vchádzame.
Man, you shouldn't be pointing the light shot. I mean, you should. And he says, he says, there's no
Edgenis. Smiling Edgenis, sorry.
Smiling Edgenis, that's him.
Pravidlá sú také, máme tu hodinku na to, kladiete otázky, pýtate sa čokoľvek, samozrejme okrem politiky a rôznych takých podobných hlúpostí.
Hexagonal. Sú ako 6
Right.
uholníkové.
The center of the core, with the bronze wrapped around.
A sú zaliaté bronz alebo obalené bronz.
Right? And the reason for that is that when they make the strings at very, very high speed, it grips. Do you understand? They spin, they wrap the material around a piece of wire, right, at very, very high speed, and it gets hot. And if it has to be this shape for it to
Mám mladosť, detstvo, prežili vlastne, keď končila éra rock'n'rollu.
The music that interested me through the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, etc., was the blues. My first instrument was double bass, contrabass,
Takže prvý jeho nástroj, ktorý hral kontrabas,
and then electric guitar,
potom elektrická gitara,
playing heavy rock in the early 70s.
a na začiatku 70. rokov hral rockovú hudbu.
And played gitaru. And I asked the guy in the shop what it was
Opýtal sa predávača, že čo to vlastne je
and how to play it.
a ako sa na tom hrá.
He put a slide on his back, and I just went,
A ten predávač si dal na prst ten slide, ktorý oni hrajú na nožičku a začal hrať a ma to veľmi zaujalo.
In Slovak it would be slagada. And when I began doing,
Oh yes, yes. I worked with a gentleman who is also Slovak. His name is John Benko, who is the director of the Erie Art Museum in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Takže keď tam jeho myšlenka sa naplnila a spolu s pánom Benkom, ktorý je
We worked on it about a year.
robili
Started
na tom spoločne asi rok,
before we came here last year. Actually, we had started work on it.
takže my začali na tom pracovať ešte predtým, než sa minulý rok prišli.
And on New Year's Eve, the exhibit opened in Erie.
A na nový rok, vlastne 1. januára,
In
sa
many
výstava otvorila.
in many American cities, New Year's Eve is called First Night, and throughout America there will be a New Year's Eve citywide party, and we chose that to open at that time, and the exhibit went for 3.5 months.
Takže tá výstava trvala odtedy 3,5 mesiaca a rozhodli sa pre ten deň práve preto, že ako ten prvý deň nového roka je taký slávnostný.
It was a very comprehensive exhibit.
Hm?
Oh, I should say that. Okay, and it included probably 65 or 70 instruments.
Takže na tej výstave bolo vystavovaných až 65 až 70 nástrojov hudobných.
8 instruments, original vintage instruments there,
Bolo tam veľa nástrojov vyrobených jeho otcom, originálne.
including some experimental instruments, which we have pictures in the exhibit here.
Vrátane niektorých takých nástrojov experimentálnych, ktoré vlastne...
We also had, along with the exhibit, I reconstructed a portion of my father's original workshop.
Takže a plus ešte zrekonštruovali ten pôvodný obchod jeho otca.
We had little audio phones by the exhibit. I think we had 10 or 12 of those, Margaret? Were there little audio phones that played the music? That a person could go to a particular performer, push a little button, and get an example. For example, early blues players and Hawaiian players, jazz, blues, and so forth. So you get a sample of the music.
Takže mali tam aj ako vzorové nahrávky, ktoré si každý návštevník výstavy mohol vypočuť. Bolo tam asi 12 muzičných tých prístrojov, na ktorých sa dalo počuť.
We also had 4 special concerts.
Takže boli plus 4.
Bol tam Jerry Douglas spoločne s Markom Aldridgeom.
And Corey Harris also.
Pekné, a bol tam Bob Rosman samozrejme.
And then Corey Harris also.
A Corey Harris,
Yeah.
ďalší čierny, teraz taký, že súčasný bluesman, ktorý hrá tiež symfonickú gitaru.
And after the exhibit was closed, Leroy Jenkins came. He's a jazz violinist.
A Leroy Jenkins,
And Huslar, I believe. And he played my father's aluminum violin.
a hral vyrobené
z hliníka.
starým pánom Johnom Dopierom z hliníka. Myslím, že tam v tej miestnosti tam v múzeu je obrázok.
And the exhibit will travel around the United States. We know of, I think, 4 places it will definitely go, and we're looking for another 4 or 5 places. So it'll be represented around the country.
Take it here from USA to Europe, maybe in
If you get the ambassador to deal with that, I don't know how to deal with that. I'm not going to. Okay.
Dobre, nech sa páči, ďalšie otázky.
V tej dobie a v akej oblasti prevláda, či v tej manažerskej, alebo aj teraz v tej technickej, po tej technickej
Ja ti odpoviem zájmo na začiatok, že proč pokračovať.
Peter, dobre.
Máme niečo ďalej?
Sweet lad. Yeah, in the town where I live, about 15 years ago, a friend of mine said there's this guy down the road who plays one of those shops. Play together.
Potom išiel pozrieť.
You want to share that?
Yeah, I will share that. Because
je tu aj druhá
Ed,
strana príbehu, tá Michaelová strana.
I didn't know this. He obviously heard about me, but I was playing a gig with a dobro, and he came up to me and said, "I've never played one of those instruments.
That's right, yeah.
Could I have a go, please?"
Yeah.
And he picked it up, and I thought I just met Eric Clapton. Wow!
Tá druhá strana príbehu je, že Michael hral na dobro, a to pretože bol veľmi dobrý.
That is a compliment.
And then we played together socially just for fun for a while, and then in 1988 we. And if the festival accepts the idea, I then speak to various friends, and we make an orchestra. And
keď tí organizátori festivalu sú ochotní takú myšlenku prijať, že by mali tam...
Yeah, I'm not totally.
If there's a difference between rockers, bluegrass players and bluesmen, because we still keep talking about instruments, but not about stuff.
There's clearly a difference in the audiences between the groups. And a bluegrass group, the majority of people in a bluegrass audience will play instruments. And that's not necessarily true in other audiences.
No, that's a good point. Yes, yeah. Yeah, I tend to think all folk musics are kind of coming from the same place.
Oh, in terms of the style of music. Yeah.
And social situation. For example, when everybody at the swimming pool is sitting around late at night playing bluegrass, that could be that you could get that happening in African music.
Oh,
you could get
yeah.
that happening and the spirit and the music and the sound of it is it could be music from. It's so close to other folk music.
And other people are welcome to join in as well.
Yes, yeah.
Other people who
It's an
folk
inclusive
music is about...
It's not we, they.
No,
It's
you're not up there like a rock
Takže
star.
oni sa-
That's exactly right.
Oni sa
Yeah.
nesnažia nejak vymedzovať medzi...
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So
understand?
what he said was kind of
I like
rock music on a big stage kind of keeps the audience with that.
Well, I complimented Lily yesterday about her recovery, just as you did. You know, you were right there, and Lily had a mic that wasn't working. Well, she stopped the music, you know.
Yeah.
And then she started again, and that was okay. But you never do that on a record production.
You see,
Marco, can I say something? I always feel and respect that these people who make dobros and nationals even do not get the publicity. Don't know if it's been done in this country, in Slovakia.
Najprv preložím, čo ešte Mark hovoril, ale s pánom Dopierom, alebo sa tu rozvinula už taká prudká debata medzi nimi, takže akože...
Je tu a to je veľmi dobrá knižka, plná ilustrácií, a ktorý on išiel až do koreňov, že sú tam čísla, výrobky, že v ktorom roku aké gitary vyrábali, ale sa to týka jedine značky
There's several
Nation
things
a
on it.
celkových gitarov.
There's a new Dobro book
Aha,
also.
nová informácia, že
By-
nová knižka o dobrách, to som nevedel.
It will be published in about 2 months. The authors are John Quarterman and Tom Gray, a different Tom Gray than used to be with Seldom Seen.
Je nová knižka, ktorá vyjde až o 2 mesiace. To sú nejaké nové mená, ktorí to napísali a o 2 mesiace špeciálne John Waterman pracoval u firmy OMI, to je Original Music Instruments, to je firma, ktorá vznikla na 60. rokoch, ktorá vlastne má aj značku Dobro.
There are several other pieces that are out right now, but have not been collected in, they're articles basically, that have not been yet collected, but I suspect they will be.
So väčšinou to bol trajkon, to je akože celokolová pôvodne a tam bol že drevené telo a 3 rezonátory.
Wooden tricone.
Yeah, I spoke with you. You sent me this picture.
Yeah.
Tell about this.
Tell you about that? Work collectors of vintage instruments.
Zaoberajú sa zbieraním starých nástrojov cenných, originálnych.
One is a graphic designer.
Jeden je dizajner.
Decided to start to try and make resonator instruments 7 years ago.
Rozhodli sa pred 7 rokmi skúsiť vyrábať rezofonické nástroje.
They have instruments.
A za tých 7 rokov sa tak vypracovali, že dneska už majú na výber veľa druhov replík tých originálnych nástrojov.
And they also have a range of their own style, their own designs of instruments.
Aká je predajnosť tejto hudby v Anglicku, kde je silná konkurencia v inej populácii?
I like to have fun. It's I have the respect in Britain as well.
Takže odpoveď je, že je rešpektovaný aj v Anglicku.
The most it's one of those, I know, it's like that one over there, and you know, and now 20 years later, I'm sitting here with his son, an authority on the subject. It's better. There was, I would say that's true, but also there's quite a lot of blues now in the mainstream in Britain.
Well, increasingly, back again.
Through TV advertising, you know, Budweiser adverts and Coca-Cola, and so there's quite a, you know.
Well, Kevmo's kept very busy.
Yeah, yeah. Muddy Waters advertising Levi jeans, and
that's it.
You know,
Muddy Waters.
So there's a big interest, but most people walked on stage and said, "I can't do this. You have to, you know," and he just backed him. He was embarrassed. Do you understand that?
Takže
you see this? The instrument that John's father invented before the dobros that you see people like Rob Oates and Jerry Douglas playing.
Takže toto je nástroj, ktorý vynašiel otec pána Dopieru ešte predtým, než vynašiel dobrá.
Was this instrument, and it's called a tricone, and it was made for Hawaiian guitar playing.
A tento nástroj bol vyrobený na to, aby sa na ňom hrala havajská hudba.
Back in 1926, 27, there was no such thing as bluegrass dobro, or bluegrass style of playing.
V roku 1926 tu nebolo nič takého ako bluegrass dobro. Vlastne žiadne dobrá.
Pioneers of this style, first of all, Hawaiian musicians were, let me start again. The most popular music in America at that point do you understand this?
Takže tí skutoční fanúšici vtedy počúvali havajskú hudbu.
And it became really via a guy called Roy Acuff. He brought Hawaiian guitar into country music.
A potom Ron Acuff.
But this was the invention, and John's father is quoted as saying that this was his greatest invention over all the other instruments.
Otec pána Dopieru stále tvrdil, že toto.
Ja by som poprosil, keď Michael už drží tú gitaru, when you have your guitar in your hand, show us how in water.
Okay, I need to just
water.
Can I get all of
kind of. What should we do? Let's do a little. Yep. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You've done that once or twice before.
A začiatkom týchto experimentov bol takýto inštrument, takýto nástroj.
This really is the forerunner of the dobro that
Také drevo.
Laminated.
laminates, layers of laminate.
Reglejka, no. To bolo lacné.
This is called a polychrome triolean.
To je volá sa to je z obdobia havajskej módy, havajskej muziky.
The equivalent today would have a picture of Oasis on the back, or Oasis, you know, the rock band, or Elijah. And this instrument, back in 1927, you would have paid nearly $300 for one of
V
those.
27. skoro 300 dolárov by sa zaplatilo za tú gitaru.
And this kind of thing would have cost you about $30.
Táto 30.
They're very, very tough, very strong, and good for traveling musicians.
Veľmi silná, veľmi pevná, vhodná pre cestujúcich hudobníkov.
And anybody who was on the train, the steam train this morning, who saw me playing Steve James' New National, will realise that they are extremely loud guitars.
Išli dneska ako vo vlaku, keď sme boli v Šaštine, hral spoločne
Musicians.
čo je samozrejme veľmi výhodné pre hudobníkov, ktorí hrajú na ulici, teda pouličných hudobníkov.
Many of the street musicians of that period were black bluesmen.
Väčšina tých hudobníkov v tých časoch boli černoši, čierni muzikanti.
And these instruments were treasured by those, were used by those guys. These instruments became very popular among street musicians.
Tým pádom sa stali veľmi populárnymi nástrojmi.
couldn't keep from crying. Yeah, I'll be bound to write to you. I can read you right and good and I don't know what you do. Yeah, I'll be bound to write to you. I said ain't no way for me to be satisfied, and I just couldn't keep from crying. One time.
Páni, Michael Messer, Ed Kennis a John Dopiera.